This is Valentine EX Turk here with a topic. This is actually going to be a topic discussion instead of a response video, Final Fantasy video, anime video, or any other video. This is actually just going to be just a simple topic, a real world topic, if you will. The question I'm going to ask is, should people be penalized for being on the cringe channel? Like, in the instance, if someone was younger, uploaded something stupid, because, well, see, if you're like a teenager, like if you're 17, say if you're a emo scene kid, I mean, as much as it's fun to laugh at the subculture, because how cringy the subculture is, and all that, just like weeaboo culture and other type of cultures, that it's like, if you're 17, 16, 17, and at the time you recorded, like, I don't know, a video of yourself, say you were in the emo phase, you did like a Screamo cover, and you don't do that no more, you're at the age of 23, 24, 25, I don't really think it should affect you getting a job, because at the time you upload the video, yes, it was stupid, but it's like, at the time you were a teenager, you're 17, 16, 17, 18, you're going to do stupid stuff anyways, because you got this thing called hormones. Hormones cause people to act on emotion rather than logic, And teenagers have lots of hormones, so I honestly don't think people should be penalized. Like, they shouldn't have to, not get hired just because, let's see, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, this person used to be an emo YouTuber or weeaboo YouTuber or Minecraft brony, etc., etc. But then they grew up and grew out of that stuff, and they started living a better, more sophisticated lifestyle than they did years ago. They think differently now as an older person, as a full grown-up. They reached the age of 25, and now they can make sound decisions and understand conditions. I think now if you upload a video that's cringe-worthy now, when you're at the age of 25, 26, 27, okay, I guess to a little bit, to some degree, you should be penalized a little bit. Your reputation should plummet, because at the age of 25, at the age of 21, because you're legally an adult. That's why 21 is the consenting age for alcohol consumption. When you're at the age of 18, when you're at the age of 20, legally you're an adult at 18, but we're going to go with the drinking age. The drinking age is 21 because it's like now your brain's kind of developed to the point where you know what decisions to make and not. So if you would make a cringe fest video now, then yes, I guess to some extent you should be penalized, but I think there should be like a 5-year mark, especially when you don't do cringe-worthy stuff. Like, I think if someone's like a teenager, just post a cringe title and got put on the cringe compilation because of the dumb stuff he did, I think it shouldn't penalize that person if they were 16, 17, and 18 at the time. Because again, hormones. You don't really logically think in logical ways, Say, that's why I don't really get too hard. I don't like social justice warriors, but I don't get too hard on every single social justice warrior on the fact that some of these people are just misinformed kids. They don't know any better. They weren't taught any better. They even taught that social justice warriors are radical leftists, radical. And this is coming from a guy who's for the Democratic Party, which I'm from the Democratic Party. This is come from a guy who's all the way Democratic, and I find these people like really messed up. It's like the teenagers that are part of the social justice movement, I don't get on them very much because they don't really know. It's like no one's taught them anything, And not everybody knows how to be a good parent nowadays. Some parents push their kids away and stuff like that. But nonetheless, I don't think I don't think they understand. Their minds aren't fully developed to understand, like, how they don't understand why people don't like social justice warriors. They don't understand that because they're kids, they're children, and Children ain't gonna understand that stuff. They ain't gonna make two and two together like adults. If you know, if something's not well spoken of or well liked, they'll go Google, YouTube, everything, and understand why, and then go out of their way to stay away from it. You know, kind of like the Minecraft and Brony subculture. You know, kids don't know, but adults will look up Google and everything. See, there's a difference between being a legal adult, which is 21, than there is being a teenager. Because of the teenager, again, you got hormones, and you know you're not thinking straight. Your brain's not fully developed. The brain particles, you know, for reasoning is not fully developed, and then also you're struggling with hormones, which you know which explains why most teenage guys don't know how to talk to girls, because on the fact that you know so many things are running in their head. Now, if you're a grown-ass man, if you turn to the age of 21 and you still do the same cringe-worthy things you did years ago, I guess to some extent you should be penalized, because it's like, you know, you had a chance to grow up. You had a chance to evolve. You know, your brain cells have evolved. You should already be at the point where, you know, I'm gonna start doing things more logically, logically smart, intelligent, and not, you know, doing stupid shit that will make me get put on a website like that. You know, of course, people are gonna put, you know, whatever. People are gonna put cringe on anything that they don't like, because let's be honest, people have something called acquired taste. You know. Like for me, I don't like social. I'm not all for the social justice, politically correct stuff. That stuff's cringy to me because, you know, I think that they're going out of control. But for someone who's pro, as a social justice warrior, political correctness, then that's not cringy to them. So it is to each his own. But I really don't think. When you know when a YouTuber is a kid, like they're 16 or 17, they upload something stupid. I mean, take an example like Mr. Repsion. You know, for an example, like you know when he was a teenager, because I kind of remember when he was a lot younger. You know, when he was a teenager, he posted some stupid stuff and atrociously stupid. I gotta be very honest, but I don't think he should be penalized as an adult. And it should ever cost him to, you know, end up losing a chance of getting a job or getting hired because he posted some silly stuff. Because, you know, you're at the, you know, your brain isn't fully developed. You don't fully function all the way when you're 16, 17, 18 years old. But like I said, too, there's going to be people who put things on cringe for different things. Like, you know... Because, again, people have this thing called acquired taste. That's going to happen. And, you know what? People are allowed to post what they want. YouTube services say that it is free use. And you can use anyone's material, even if it's making fun of it or anything like that. If anyone uploads a video, you can actually use it. Now, unless it's a copyrighted movie, copyrighted song, I can understand why you're not allowed to use that. And you could face going to court for that kind of stuff. Usually that won't happen. Usually you'll just lose your channel or your rights to your channel for a couple days. Keep with the offenses and keep on going. You will lose your channel permanently for, you know, copyright material. But if it's like YouTube video, like this kind of video I'm going to upload right now, yes, then you could actually use it and, you know, make fun of it or say whatever you want about it, or say, you know, whatever you feel, and, you know, because you can, legally, you could do that. That's, you know, legally you could do that if it's like this kind of video, like it's a commentary thing. Yeah. Especially because you know, even with the gameplay on here, because this is done by Share Factory, you can legally take this video and tear it apart if you want to. I'm just saying that, you know, I think we should take it easy on people. Like, if they were kids doing stupid stuff, you know, they're still in their emo phases, they're still in their weeaboo phases, Minecraft phases, brony phases as a teenager, but they grew out of it and got themselves a real life, you know, and they're trying to live better now. I don't think, honestly, they should be penalized for it. I think, to be quite honest, you know, yes, we can get our laughs out and put things in the comments. We're allowed to do that, and we should. But I think if they learned their lesson and grew up and understood why people don't think the same as they do, then, you know, in their 20s, you know, trying to figure out what life is and stuff like that, I don't think they should be penalized because it's like they're children, and, you know, children don't know everything, okay? That's why I said I don't like social justice warriors, but I will never go after a social justice warrior who's a kid or a teenager because they don't really know. They don't have the facts like adults do. They don't have the logical sense to go on Google or YouTube and look up all the stuff for themselves. Because if they did, they would understand why people, you know, don't want to associate with them or what their group is. You know, not to say, you know, again, I'm really democratic. You know, I am. I just don't like, you know, police speech, you know, police speeching and stuff like that. But nonetheless, if it like even with that too, if they uploaded like years ago when they were a kid, I don't, like I said, they don't have to take it down because it's like a fair use. People could do whatever they want, but I don't think that businesses should not hire someone based off what they did when they were a kid. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if you see my older videos, anyone who's been following me for years and years, you know, I've been on YouTube for like since 2006. So I've been on here for several years, and people actually watch my older videos because I kept my older videos up on here. People actually watched my older videos. You would see how cringeworthy I used to be. Like, I'm not kidding you. I went through A's. I went through goth phase, emo phase, scene phase, otaku weeaboo phase. You know, everybody goes through their phases. It's just natural part of life, and it's a natural part of evolution. You know, you ain't gonna ever go unless you try out everything. It's like when you go to school, while you try out track, football, baseball, basketball, or you know, music, because then you find out if you can do any of that or not. But nonetheless, I gotta end this video because it's getting close to time. I don't think adults should be penalized for what they did as a kid, you know, off a cringe video. And that's just my thoughts. Subscribe, like, I'll put more, but this is just a realistic topic I wanted to put up on here, so yeah.